Using tinned lychees, and I'm just going to chop them up till they're tiny little pieces because these little buns don't need much filling. If you can find fresh lychees, you can use those. I've done them with little bits of mango in them in the past, whatever is your fancy. Now I can start working with my dough to make the buns. That's come up in volume just a little bit, got a little bit of tackiness to it. Whoop, plop it out there. I might need a little bit of extra flour too, just to keep things easy to handle. All I need to do is just start pinching off tiny little bits of dough, roll them around. Once they've been rolled into balls, you can then flatten them into a disc. A little piece of my lychee in here, teaspoonful of my lemon curd, and then just bring the edges all up together. So I tend to bring two sides of the circle up and then squish all the rest of it together, like that. They're like little money bags. They're so cute. I really like a dessert that is a little bit surprising. So this dough doesn't have any sugar in it, so it's not necessarily sweet, but then you bite into it and you get into this really sweet citrusy centre, and it's a nice surprise. It's great. I can imagine a little bit of coconut going nicely in here, perhaps some spices, some nutmeg, something like that might spice them up, whatever your taste desires. So now I need to steam these to cook them. I've got a little steaming basket. They're really easy to find in Asian food warehouses, and I've lined each layer with a little bit of baking paper. It just helps my little buns to not stick to the basket. And really the trick here is not to overcrowd your basket. Lid on and into our pot. There's a couple of inches of water at the bottom of that pot. That's going to start boiling and creating steam, which is going to filter up through that basket and cook the dough of our buns. It needs about 7 or 8 minutes for that dough to cook all the way through. Just lift up the lid, have a little bit of a poke, and they should really feel like a sort of soft bread or a cake. And that top layer looks like it's done. Let's have a little try. I like the fact that the outside is quite savoury and the inside has got this beautiful sweet filling that is just my sort of steamed bun.